Hey guys, it's me Rebecca. So this will be the start of what I suspect a weekend vlog. It is currently Friday, and I'm thinking of continuing this vlog until Monday or Tuesday of next week. Mainly because Monday, August 12th, is my birthday. So I decided, why not just film when I get up on the weekend before my birthday, because my birthday does fall on a Monday, which is a weird day, but yeah. And as well, what I actually get up on my birthday. I don't have any like grand plans. I'm not someone who really makes a big deal about my birthday. I'll go grocery shopping on my birthday. Like it's this. My family and I have never really made a big deal about birthdays, so it's just how it is. But yeah, but I do plan to go to a tag sale and a book sale, which is always fun for me. And yeah, it looks like thankfully the weather will clear up. It's just been raining most of this week, so it's just been miserable. I think starting tomorrow it should start getting nicer weather. Like it's not gonna be hot. It's supposed to be just in like lower 80s, high 70s. So yeah, but yeah, I'll take it. And as well, I'm starting it today because this vlog today because I am reading what is probably my most anticipated book of 2024. I last year fell in love with the Her Majesty's Royal Coven series by Juno Dawson, and I just started reading the prequel, which is Queen Bee. This takes place way before the series. I believe it goes back to Anne Boleyn, who is the founder of the Her Majesty's Royal Coven. And in this one, you see how I see the events that led up to her execution, but also the aftermath uh, with the Majesty, with Anne Boleyn. She kind of was discovered of being a witch, and she's beheaded. And we follow this character, Lady Grace Fairfax, who is a witch, and she's a lady in waiting to the queen. And when she knows that something foul is at play, that someone had betrayed Anne Boleyn and her coven, wild with the loss of their leader and her lover, a secret that if spilled could spell Grace's own end, she will do anything in her power to track down the traitor. But there's more at stake than revenge. It was one of their own, a witch who betrayed them, and Grace isn't the only one looking for her. King Henry VIII has sent witch hunters after them, and they're organized like they've never been before under his new advisor, the impassioned Sir Ambrose Folk, a cool man blinded by his fate. Folk's cruel reign could mean the end of witchkind itself. If Grace wants to find her revenge and live, she will have to do more than disappear. And with this one, we're not really learning who did it. We're trying to find them because we are told who betrayed Anne and the coven, and Grace, she wants her own revenge. And so far, I'm like 66 pages and I'm enjoying it so far. We do kind of go back and forth from in 1536, after Anne Boleyn was executed, how the witches are trying to protect themselves and each other from being discovered. And it's not only the witches who are like in court, it's the witches who are like in the slums in a poor area. And I did like that part, how even if they are all witches, they all are connected in a way to their magic. They are still separate. They're still not separated. They're kind of on opposing sides. They don't get along. They know that they are different, that they are not equals in the eyes of society. And I like kind of the tension between the witches who are in court versus those who are in the slums. So yeah, and I also of course made notes because I'm organized like that, but yeah. And as well, I do like how the relationship between Anne and Grace, it's not like outwardly spoken, like not Cecilia, sorry. But Grace is talking to one of the other women in the coven, and they're like, I know about the relationship between you and Anne, how much you cared for one another, and all. Like, they're not saying outright that there was something going on between Anne and Grace, right? Do I keep forgetting her name? I don't know. I think it's because another name keeps coming to my mind for some reason. I don't know why. But yep, it's more like they're alluding to the fact there's something going on between Anne and Grace. Like, it can't be outwardly spoken because of the time period of it being 1536 when this happened, and as well, like, they're in court, so yeah. But also, I forgot to mention, we do get flashbacks to like a decade earlier, to 1526, when Grace does first enter the court, and yeah, I guess we see all of the events that led to her growing closer to Anne, the coven growing, and winning more and more. I guess not Grace, but winning more and more of the king's like interest in her, and I guess everything that led to Anne's execution. So yeah, so far very much enjoying this one. I'm just having a fun time, which is what I want. So yeah, but for the rest of the day, I'm just gonna do some work and whatnot. So yeah, I'll see you when I. So it's the next day, and as you saw, I did go out today to the Texan book sale. I didn't film either this because I didn't get overwhelmed, but I just didn't really want to. There's just a lot of people, so so I'm concentrating at the book sale, just seeing what books they had. So yeah, I didn't get any books just because there wasn't really anything I wanted. But at the tax sale, I did get another bookcase for $10, and trying to get it at home was interesting. I basically had to use a bungee cord to keep my trunk closed. I'll show you that when I finish this clip. But yeah, today was nice. It's the first day this week where it's actually been nice, hot. The sky's clear, like it was just very beautiful. So yeah, I think I will probably go for another walk after dinner, just because where I did walk was like this outlet mall that I've been a few times. I have also done some reading of Queen Bee, and now I'm on page 116, and I'm having fun with this. Like, I'm enjoying this a lot. I am liking seeing how, I guess, vulnerable women are during this time period. There's a quote in here that on page 67 that's like, Sir Ambrose Folk, who is the witch hunter, is the shape of things to come. Not a king nor Cromwell created this fever, they merely seized upon it. As it is now, if you name a woman a witch with enough conviction, she is a woman no more, let alone a lady. We should all be of you. And it just shows that women have this, like, they're vulnerable of being turned on by their neighbors, by each other, by men. Like, if a man says that a woman is a witch, then she's a witch, and that's enough. And we do see that later when one of them, Cecilia, she tries to leave England. She's captured by these warlocks who are planning to turn her over and say she's a witch. And she tries to say that because she is a woman who has status and they are men who they don't have any status in court, they're not high in society, that it's her word against them, when really they know full well that it's that because they are a man, it's their word against her, really. And we see Ambrose Folk, who is the witch hunter, how he seems like it seems like there's the time period sexism where it's like, or I don't want to say sexism in religion because that just feels very wrong, but he blames Lilith, he blames Eve for the downfall of men. There's a scene when he's like praying and he thinks the greatest degradation of man and the path to salvation is women. That women are these ungodly beings, that they were fallen from virtue in Eden and they're tainted. He only sees, sorry, something got foul or something. I don't know what that was. He sees repented women have value as wives and mothers, but not all repent. He just thinks that women, they're consorts of the devil. Like, it is like the way of thinking in this time period, and based off the way one I guess views the Bible and of text. So you see the views of certain people who in so yeah, that is his thing of the sexism. And speaking of stories, is that there's a quote and she said that she seems to think that women are stories. We write ourselves in a way that best serve our purposes. Like, she made herself a mystery to get the king's interest in her, and it seems like later on Jane, like, she uses the fact that she kind of writes the story that she's this vulnerable woman. She just wants what's best for the king. Then, like, in a way, women manipulate men to get what they want by writing a story that best suits their purpose. Like, Jane is trying to convince the witch hunter that she knows everyone who Anne consulted or talked to, and who everyone knows helped Anne with her witchcraft, and she uses that opportunity to give folk the name of the person who betrayed Anne who betrayed Anne. So, yeah, so far there's a lot of things that I'm liking, and overall I'm just having fun. Like, it's creepy. I'm so sorry if you can hear that. My neighbor has his like lawnmower guys over, so yeah. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying this novel, and I likely I will finish it tomorrow. And yeah, so I'll see you when I know it's upside down, but that's just how I had to get it out of the trunk. But yeah, this is the bookcase. I have to put these boards back on. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why they were taken off. If whoever bought it just didn't finish building it before they're like, they don't want it anymore. But yeah, this cost me $10. I don't know. I will probably show you in another vlog once I put everything together properly. So yeah. So it's the next day, and I've just done some cleaning and whatnot. I did get my dad to help me to put the backs on the bookcase, and me and my mom just put it where I wanted it. And yeah, and I will show you that when I finish this update as well, where I put that picture I bought in last week's vlog, because I don't think I ever shared that. So yeah. But I have also done some reading, and I did finish Queen Bee by Juno Dawson, and I am giving this 5-star. I just had a lot of fun with this, and as well, I did like seeing, like, I guess what women during this time period try to do to gain some power, because this is a time period when women don't have any power. Like, it's the manpower. Women are supposed to be these meek beings who are only useful in producing a male heir to their husbands and whatnot. And she did have a daughter, and she did go through a series of miscarriages, and in order to gain what she wants, like, it seems like what she did, it was something women do who are desperate, and yeah, and that didn't work out in the end for her as well. And all Anne wanted was she just wanted to be left alone. Like, she just wanted to do what she had to do and be left alone with her daughter and the person she loved most. And then she didn't get that, and Grace is taking it upon herself to care for Anne's daughter, who Anne viewed as Grace's daughter as well. Like, in a letter that Anne wrote to Grace and hid in a portrait of herself, Anne tells Grace she sees Grace as Elizabeth Anne's daughter's other parent and not Henry, King Henry VIII, who is who's Elizabeth's biological father. So, yeah. So we do see how, because of things that Grace went through, how she is taking care of Anne's daughter, and I don't know, I just liked it, and I also enjoyed singing. I guess what people would do for those they loved, even if they don't love them as much, because Grace is very protective over Anne and tries to stop the ritual Anne is going for to try and produce a boy. And Grace can see that she loves Anne more than Anne loves her, it seems like. And yeah. And that's also the reason that the person who betrayed Anne, because this is also the time of Cuomo going around having his spies, like Cecilia, who is one of the other coven members. She's the one who betrayed Anne, and she doesn't directly tell Cromwell that Anne is a witch. Not directly. She doesn't even say that Anne is a witch. She just says that Anne manipulates people. That she manipulated Grace. That she's a liar. That she enchanted them, but in mundane ways. And Cecilia did that because Kwame was getting close to finding out about the truth about all of them, about the fact the riches, and she did it to protect Grace, who she loves. So the things we do for love and to keep ourselves safe seem to be a great theme in here. So yeah, and they do a kind of temporary stop what's happening. Grace is able to stop folk from executing her, executing Cecilia, executing all of the other members of the coven, but they also know that this is the beginning, that folk is the first of many witch finders who will hunt them and try and track them and kill them in order to kind of rid the world of witches or whatever purpose they have. Yeah, and it's folk did have a purpose. Like, he didn't know where he was supposed to go. He didn't know his way, and he thought God would find it. It's like, what is the reason? What is the way of the person? Like, what reason do we have of who we are? Because we see, like, Grace, how hopeless she feels, like, without and around. What's the point of Grace being around? Like, Grace just feels she's lost her way in a way. So yeah. And one last thing is, there was a prophecy in here, and I want to say it was probably also in a series. I could be wrong, it's been a year. But on page 180 they mention there is one, a powerful one, a son of Satanist, no less, but you want to be careful of. There's somewhat say this is all foretold, a son born of a witch will bring ruin to us all. And that seems very similar to what has happened in the actual series, that there was someone being born, somewhat similar to what they fear in the actual series about this creature, this being born who will bring ruin to all mankind and whatnot. Like, it seems like, what is her name? The Helena, what she thought of Theo in the Her Majesty's Royal Coven series, that Theo will be the one to bring ruin to them all. So yeah, I did like that, even if it was like a line or so in Queen Bee. So yeah, overall I did like this book, and my next read will be, I think it's The Fellowship of the Rings. It's the first book in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and yeah, so yeah, I'll see you. So this is the bookcase I built a few weeks ago, about a month ago, and this is where I hung the picture. I know I need to move the bookcase because it's not like, I don't know, it's kind of off-centered. And this is where I put the bookcase in my bedroom. That's next to my desk, and I used to have like a footstool sort of thing here, or some sort of a black box thing that I went to down to film when I was up here, but I've just moved that to the foot of my bed, so yeah. I'm gonna organize this a bit later just because I'm not really in the mood to do that now. It is August 12th, meaning I'm officially 25, and I think this will be the last clip of the vlog. And I did have a nice day through a very long day. I did help my mom run some errands and whatnot, and we did go to a few parks, thankfully. The weather was nice mainly for the day. It did start to rain a bit on my way home, but yeah, I did go to a few parks, and I did do some shopping. I just got a black t-shirt just because I needed one, and I did get a book. I got a Botanical Daughter by Noah Madlock, which is about these two guys named Simon and Gregor who are hidden away from the disappearing Tattoo of Victoria in London, and they are free to follow their own interests without interference. For Simon, this means working his taxidermical art. Gregor's business is exotic plants, lucrative but harmless now, until his latest acquisition, a strange fungus which shows signs of intellectual beyond any plant he's seen, inspires him to attempt a masterwork. True intelligent life from plant matter. Driven by the glory he'll earn from the Royal Horticultural Society for such an achievement, Gregor ignores the flaws in his plan, that intelligence cannot be controlled, that plants cannot be reasoned with, and that the only way his plant base will flourish is if he uses a recently deceased corpse for the substract. So yeah, this looked interesting, sounded interesting, so yeah. And I did get some Chinese food and a cake, and I have both of which were very tasty. And I have done some reading of the Fellowship of the Wings, and now I'm on page 52. I'm gonna give you a summary real quick if you don't know what this is, but this, I guess, is the first official book in the Lord of the Rings like trilogy, or the first part at least. This takes place about 60 years after The Hobbit reaches the prequel. The Hobbit was Bil- Bilbo discovering the ring. With this one, he is celebrating his 11th or 111th birthday, as well as the birthday of his nephew who turned 33. And with Hobbits, 33 is like the year you're able to officially gain your inheritance. You're no longer a tween, you're an officially adult, and whatnot. And Bilbo, he decides to leave. Like, he leaves everything behind, his home, the ring. He leaves a well and everything behind. And he does this because he wants to see the mountains one last time before he dies. And we follow the adventures of his nephew Frodo, and Frodo goes to try and destroy the ring because it's apparently supposed to belong to this figure in elf lore that's supposed to bring darkness if the ring's given back to him, from what I've gathered. So yeah. So far, with me being only 50 pages in, I'm not really in the book yet. Like, I understand what's going on, but I don't feel like I'm in it yet, if that makes sense. But yeah, I did read up, no, not prequel, yeah. I guess it is a prequel. But before chapter 1, we do get, like, I guess a lesson about the hobbits, like their politics, their history, about things about Bilbo's story. Apparently, with his story, like it was rewritten by him, he changed things up. People are telling it differently to what actually happened, and yeah. And then chapter 1 is like him throwing the birthday party and leaving and whatnot. And some time pass, and Frodo learns the truth about the ring from Gandalf. And Gandalf notices that the ring had a negative effect on Bilbo. Like, Bilbo wasn't acting like he was supposed to be acting. Like, it had a negative effect on him. As well, it might have had something to do with him living as long as he did. Like, initially Gandalf thought, oh, he's just living a long life, like, cool. And then he's like, wait a second. The ring's probably behind me, so yeah. So far, very much intrigued about this, but yeah, this weekend was very nice, and I don't know, I just had a nice day in general. Like, I'm just glad the weather held up. I think that I didn't have to deal with the dreary, miserable weather that was basically the entirety of last week, so yeah. That's it for this vlog. And if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below telling me what you've been up to recently. If you want to, please subscribe to this channel. And if you want to follow me on any social media, then all those links are in the down bar below. I'll see you guys next time I post a video.